Marcus Aurelius, born in the year 121, was one of the most prominent Roman emperors, ruling from 162 to 180. His reign is often considered the last of the 5 good emperors of Rome, a period marked by relative stability and prosperity in the Roman Empire. His writings, Meditations, are a profound reflection on Stoic philosophy and are often regarded as one of the greatest works of philosophy in the Western tradition. This book was not intended for publication but was rather a personal journal, where Marcus Aurelius explored his thoughts and beliefs as he sought inner peace and strength to deal with the challenges of ruling an empire. The philosophy of Stoicism. Stoicism, which Marcus Aurelius embraced, was a philosophy that emphasized virtue, reason, and self-control as the path to happiness. It teaches the importance of accepting things beyond one's control and focusing on what can be controlled, such as one's actions and responses to events. According to Stoicism, one should live in harmony with nature, understanding that everything that happens is a part of the natural order. For Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism was not merely a philosophy but a practical guide for how to live and govern justly. In his writings, he frequently reminded himself of the importance of patience, humility, and the pursuit of moral integrity. Meditations as a personal reflection. The Meditations were written during the later years of Marcus Aurelius's reign, primarily during his military campaigns on the Danube frontier. His experiences as a soldier and emperor, along with the constant challenges of war, plague, and political turmoil, deeply influenced his philosophical outlook. He wrote these meditations not for an audience but as a means of self-examination and discipline. In these reflections, Marcus Aurelius often meditated on death, the impermanence of life, and the fleeting nature of human affairs, urging himself to live a life of duty and virtue. His introspective tone and practical wisdom offer valuable insights into how one can maintain inner peace amid external chaos. The role of leadership. One of the central themes in Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is the responsibility of leadership. He understood the burdens of power and the temptations that come with it. However, he constantly reminded himself that his role as emperor was a duty to serve the people and the state, rather than to indulge in personal glory or wealth. He viewed his position not as a privilege but as a responsibility to be just, fair, and mindful of the common good. This sense of duty is reflected in his leadership style, which was marked by a commitment to fairness, compassion, and a focus on the welfare of the empire's citizens. Dealing with adversity. Throughout Meditations, Marcus Aurelius frequently discussed the idea of adversity. He viewed challenges and hardships not as obstacles but as opportunities for personal growth and moral development. Whether facing military conflict, political betrayal, or personal loss, Marcus Aurelius believed that one should remain calm, accepting what comes with grace and understanding that suffering is an inevitable part of life. He often wrote about the impermanence of life and how the only true power one possesses is the ability to choose how to respond to external events. By maintaining a rational mind and a virtuous character, one could endure even the most difficult trials. The concept of fate. Another significant aspect of Marcus Aurelius's Stoic philosophy was his contemplation of fate. In his view, everything that occurs is part of the natural order and is predetermined by the universe. Rather than resist or resent the unfolding of events, one should accept them with equanimity. He often reminded himself that what happens is neither good nor bad in itself, but it is one's perception and response that determine how it is experienced. In this way, Marcus Aurelius sought to cultivate an attitude of acceptance and serenity, focusing not on changing the course of events but on how to respond to them with virtue. The impermanence of life. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius often reflects on the transient nature of life and the inevitable reality of death. He believed that the awareness of our mortality should motivate us to live with purpose and integrity. Life, in his view, is fleeting, and every day is an opportunity to make meaningful choices. He frequently meditated on the fact that all people, no matter their station or achievements, will eventually face death. By contemplating death, one can gain perspective on what truly matters in life. For Marcus Aurelius, this awareness was not meant to cause despair but to inspire one to live a life of virtue, knowing that time is precious. The role of nature. In Stoic philosophy, nature plays a central role in guiding human behavior and understanding the world. Marcus Aurelius saw human beings as part of the natural world and believed that living in accordance with nature was essential to living a good life. He wrote about the importance of following the natural order, understanding that every event and every person has a role to play in the grand scheme of things. For him, accepting the natural order meant accepting the inevitability of change and the interconnectedness of all things. He also saw nature as a source of wisdom, believing that the natural world could teach valuable lessons about how to live with virtue and harmony. The role of the self. A key theme in meditations is the idea that one's primary concern should be with the self, not in a selfish or narcissistic sense, but in terms of one's own moral and intellectual development. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the importance of self-discipline and self-examination. For him, true happiness and fulfillment could only be found by focusing on one's character and ensuring that one lived according to reason and virtue. He often wrote about how to cultivate virtues such as kindness, courage, humility, and patience. By working to improve the self, one could lead a more fulfilling and meaningful life, regardless of external circumstances. The influence of the meditations. Marcus Aurelius's meditations has had a profound influence on both philosophy and leadership throughout history. Its timeless wisdom has resonated with thinkers, leaders, and ordinary people alike. The work's emphasis on the power of reason, the importance of virtue, and the acceptance of life's uncertainties has made it a source of inspiration for those seeking guidance in difficult times. Its practical and accessible teachings have transcended the centuries, offering valuable lessons on how to live a life of dignity and moral clarity. Today, Marcus Aurelius's reflections continue to be widely read and studied by people from all walks of life. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius's Meditations stands as a remarkable work of philosophy that offers timeless wisdom for living a virtuous and meaningful life. His Stoic beliefs, grounded in reason and self-discipline, have inspired countless individuals to find inner peace amidst the chaos of life. As both a ruler and a philosopher, Marcus Aurelius sought to live in accordance with nature, to accept fate with grace, and to lead with justice and humility. His reflections continue to resonate today, reminding us that the pursuit of virtue and the cultivation of inner strength are key to living a life of purpose.